I would say the best version of Samuel Chukwueze is something of a Mo Salah clone. Really that kind of role, that kind of positioning and that kind of output. My name is Solace Chukwu, Senior Editor for All Sports. Chukwueze is a very interesting player, great dribbler, but really where he falls down a lot of the time is in terms of his decision making. Now, the deeper on the pitch that a player plays, the more that decision making is tasked. Chukwueze is not really a midfielder. His strengths are not in combining or in opening up space or stuff like that. He's really just someone who wants the ball to feet and to attack the goal as quickly as possible. And playing a player like that on the last line as opposed to deeper in midfield is a masterstroke, and it's brought the best out of Chukwueze, I think. Nacho Fernandez is a very experienced Spain international, but he was tied in knots by Chukwueze, who was able to receive the ball in the final third and run as his marker, or even when the ball is on the opposite flank, drift a little bit more centrally into the box to take advantage of cute interplay and get in front of goal. So based on the fact that over the last couple of matches we've seen his production steadily go up, I think this is a portent of things to come and even more productivity from the winger. In the article, I kind of made a parallel. It's a bit of a heretical parallel, to be honest, but I would say the best version of Samuel Chukwueze is something of a Mo Salah clone. Really that kind of role, that kind of positioning and that kind of output. So I think Chukwueze is on his way somewhat to achieving that, and we have been seeing glimpses of that over the last couple of matches. So in Chukwueze's final form, that's what he would look like ideally. Whether or not he can get there is, it's really down to him, but I think he's on his way there. The manager's fixation, speaking of Jose Peseiro in this case, his fixation on the 4-4-2 is kind of problematic. And really within that structure, you can't really play Chukwueze that way unless, of course, you play him as part of a front two, which would be strange for obvious reasons. We've seen Chukwueze play a sort of similar role to this at previous point under former Super Eagles manager Gernot Rohr, I think quite memorably against Ukraine in the 2019 friendly. He played that sort of role and he was very, very influential, very productive on the day in terms of getting into good positions and receiving the ball and working the Ukrainian defense. So I think that is one step towards solving that overall problem. A lot of that is not down to him, it's down to the system within which he plays, and putting one of the best players in the optimum position for him to be useful and dangerous obviously can only be a good thing. I think it's too early to say Chukwueze is, at that level. Over the last couple of games, yes, he's really coming to his own. I'm a big fan of players showing more consistency before we make sweeping statements like that. But if he continues on this trajectory and refines his shooting, he scored a great goal, 2 great goals, but the second one in particular very Robin-esque. If he refines his shooting and is better in terms of his deliveries into the box, I don't think that's a level that's completely beyond him. But there are caveats there, so let's not get ahead of ourselves.